Hello, Susan Joseph checking in. Got a new video for you. Hope you have been well. This is actually a video on being a first-time home buyer, how to stop paying rent, and how to own your own home. And I guess my goal of this video is to really try to take some of the guesswork out for you so that maybe you're not as intimidated by the process. And you might feel a little bit more comfortable going out there and making some phone calls to, a realtor and a mortgage broker to try to get you on the path to home ownership. So just hope this video kind of helps you to learn a little bit more about the process and maybe be not so intimidated by it. 6 little known facts. There are some little known facts that can help you get over the hump and transfer your status from renter to homeowner. So I'm just going to kind of go over with you saving for a down payment and building your own equity and stop building equity for your landlords. You can actually buy a home with less down than you may think. And obviously with the housing bust, there's been a lot of changes, and the mortgage industry actually is changing every day. New programs are coming out, old programs are going away. When I first got in the business about 10 years ago, the FHA loan, which was a 3 to 5% down program, was the most common program. VA, the veterans loan, has always been around as well. That's 100% financing, but it's a very, very tough loan to get from start to finish. They have a lot of red tape to get through for a veterans loan, and sometimes it can be a little bit unrealistic. It looks really good on paper, but it doesn't actually pan out to be so well. So the VA, the FHA is actually becoming the most common loan again. It's great for first-time home buyers. It's a 3 to 5% down, so if you can find a condo, it may not be your forever home, but it might be a great stepping stone for you. For $100,000, you're looking at getting in with a down payment of $3,000. Now again, be aware of those extra buyer costs that we've covered in other videos. But again, 3% down, very, very feasible at that point. So be sure that your realtor, absolutely get a buyer's agent. Make sure that they're informed and knowledgeable about those first-time home buyer programs, the FHA loan, the VA loan, and all the stuff that we just discussed. Your lending institution may be able to lend you the down payment for your home by securing it against this asset. This is not overly common. I have not seen this done very often. However, it is an option for you, so I did want to present it to you. But just something you may want to mention to your lender, see if it's something that they do. Again, not overly common, but it is certainly an option for you. You may be able to find a seller to help you. Some sellers may be willing to hold a second mortgage. So say that you qualify for a mortgage up to $80,000, but there's a house that you really like. Maybe you know the seller personally. They're looking to get $100,000 for it, and they're going to hold $20,000 for you, and you're going to pay them in a monthly payment instead of one lump sum. Tougher today because a lot of sellers are upside down in what they owe and what they're selling for, and a lot of sellers today are banks, so that would not be a possibility, but it is an option for you. Again, maybe you know someone who's looking to sell their home and you guys can work something out. Always get these documents as well to go through an attorney. You may be able to create a cash down payment. Of course, I think that this is your best option. With prices being so low, down payments are so much lower, and I don't know, some people are not aware of the fact that they can actually borrow from certain investments, including your 401k, to purchase a home. Lots of times you can borrow against these investments or out of your 401k without penalty to do a home purchase. So look into that. If you have, $15,000, $20,000, $40,000 sitting in some investments or a 401k, take out $5,000 or $6,000 and buy that first home and get building your equity. Great reason to take money out of those investments. So certainly an option for you. Also, tax season's coming up. The tax refund, great time to buy your first home. Again, you look at that $150,000 single family house, a tax refund could very well cover the deposit for that property. So another great time to purchase a home with interest rates so low and so much inventory. Take that tax refund to go out there and buy your first home. Buy a home even if you have credit problems. In regards to credit, be aware of your credit report. Call a lender that you've been referred to, somebody reputable. Ask them if they'll work with you on getting ready to purchase a home. They will pull your credit. A gentleman that I use out of Rhode Island, licensed in all 3 states that I work in, however, will actually pull your credit and tell you exactly what you need to do to get on the path to purchasing a home. Sometimes it's a 6-month road, sometimes it's a 12-month road, and sometimes your credit isn't even nearly as bad as you may think. So call a lender, have them run your credit, see what you need to do to get your credit ready to purchase a home. Get pre-approved for a loan before you go out looking. Cannot stress this enough. Don't even go out looking. If you want to poke around on the internet, that's certainly one thing, but definitely, definitely call a mortgage broker. Get that pre-approval in hand. It's free. You're not obligated to them. You can certainly shop around after that. Usually can be done over the telephone. However, you'll probably have to fax them some documentation, W-2s, pay stubs, things like that. But a written pre-approval is as good as money in the bank. So absolutely get that pre-approval in hand. Make sure that you're comfortable spending the amount that you're pre-approved for. Find out what that monthly payment is going to be. You may be approved for $225, but you may only want to spend $150. So educate yourself in that before you go out there looking as well. You don't want to disappoint. So why on earth would you continue to lose thousands by throwing it away on rent when just talking to people will truly cost you nothing? So get out there in the new year, make it your goal to, maybe purchase a home, and if not, get on the road to home ownership. It's a great, great thing, and I hope that I've helped you out a little bit today. Maybe I've taken some of the questions off the table for you. I'm going to leave it here for today. As always, I want you to feel free to give me a call with any questions that you may have on this video or anything else that I've gone over with you. 401-678-0576. You can always email me as well at susanjoseph@remax.net. Hope all is well, and until then, stay well.